Hi there, this is Craig from Ottawa Swordplay, and I'm doing the fourth of our videos on the guard and darts, and this one will be on Pflug, the Plow, also called Eber, the Boar. And it is much like a boar's tusk. Why it's called the Plow is perhaps a little bit less obvious since the point is not going into the dirt, but the angle of the blade is actually perfect for the way that a plow causes the earth to curl away when it's going through the ground. So it is the second hanging guard and has many similar characteristics to ox. So if you look at our video on ox, almost everything that I'm going to say now applies across both. So there are two main versions of Pflug, or the Boar or Eber. There is the version on the right, where my hands are crossed, and the version on the left, where my hands are uncrossed. And as always, whatever side of my body the sword is on, my other foot is the lead foot. Just like with ox, we can do this in the handshake grip, or we can rotate into the thumb grip. And the canonical version of Pflug on the left is in the thumb grip with the cross guard up and down like so, but on the right with the long edge down. But both of them have their place and have their different uses and different reasons. Just like with ox, we also can have the sword kind of reserved, especially if we're in a waiting position and we want to be more relaxed, or we can have the sword more extended to reach our opponent better, especially if we're trying to generate a threat or keep them at bay. As with ox, the point is forward, which makes it harder for our opponent to close with us because they have to get the point out of the way first. The difference is when I'm in Pflug, because I'm in a lower position and my sword is covering my whole side, I am less open and I'm more covered. However, my blade position is easier to go through, so it is not as strong a guard as ox. So it has the opposite characteristics in that regard. The other really important thing about the boar is that it is the second guard that we use by default. And what I mean by that is, our default starting position is in the tower, which I talked about before, and from the tower, our default attack is an Oberhau or Zornhau, where I'm striking diagonally and then stepping forward, and I'm stepping forward into the Boar Guard. So that's it for the boar. I hope that was helpful.